Hello fellow travelers, my name's SG and welcome to the channel. Today we continue on with Dante Inferno, Canto 28. Last time we saw Virgil and Dante, they were still making their way through the last circle and going through the next Bolgia. There they met a man who recognized Virgil's tone and asked him about what was it like in the current world right now. And at the same time, he told his story about how he was a kind of a fraudulent reporter to the Pope of the time, and how because of his false words he has to suffer in hell now. Well, now let's continue on, shall we? Whoever could, even with untrembled words, tell of the blood and of the wounds in full, which now I saw by many times narrating, each tongue would for a certainty fall short, by reason of our speech and memory, that have small room to comprehend so much. If were again assembled all the people, which formerly upon the fateful land of Bolgia were lamenting for their blood, shed by Romans and the lingering war, that of the rings made such luminous spoils, as Livy had recorded, who errs not, with those who felt the agony of blows, by making counterstand to Robert Guilcard, and all the rest whose bones are gathered still, at Serperano, where a renegade was each Alpuin, and at Tagascos, where without arms the old Alardo conquered, and one of his limbs transpierced, and one lopped off, should show it would be nothing to compare with the disgusting mode of the ninth Bolgia. A cast by losing centerpiece or cant was never shattered so, as I saw one, rent from the chin to where one breathed wind. Between the legs were hanging down his entrails, his heart was visible, and the dismal sack that marketh incriminant, of which it eaten. While I was all absorbed in seeing him, he looked at me, and opened with his hands, his bosom saving, "See now how I rend me, how mutilated. See is Mahoover, in front of me doth Ali weeping go, clift in the face for forelock unto chin, and all the others whom thou here beholder, discriminators of scandal and of schism, who while living were, and therefore are cleft thus. The devil is behind here, who doth cleave us thus cruelly, unto the falchion's edge, putting again each one of all this ream, when we have gone around the doleful road, by reason that our wounds are closed again, ere any one in front of him repasses. And who art thou that mustest on the crag, perchance to postpone going to the pain that is adjourned upon thine accusations? Nor death hath reached him yet, nor guilt doth bring him. My master made reply, to be tormented, but to procure him full experience. Me who am dead behooves it to conduct him down here through hell, from circle unto circle, and this true as that I speak to thee. More than 100 were there when they heard him, who in the mout stood still to look at me, though wonderment oblivious of their torment. Then say to Fra Docino, then to arm him, thou who perhaps wilt shortly see the sun, if soon he wish not here to follow me. So with provisions that no stress of snow may give the victory to the Northverse, which otherwise to gain would not to be easy. After 1 foot to go away he lifted, this word did Mahomet say unto me, then to depart upon the ground he stretched it. Another one who his throat pierced through, and nose cut off close underneath the brow, and had no longer but a single ear, staying to look to wonder with the others before the others did his gullet open, which outwardly was red in every part, and said, Thou art whom guilt doth not condone, and whom I once saw up in the Latin land, unless too great similitude deceive me, call to remembrance Pierre de Medicina, if ever thou see again the lovely plain that from Valencia slopes of Macabro, and make it known that the best two of Fano, the Messer Guido, and the Anganlio. Likewise, that if foreseen here be not in vain, cast over for their vessel shall be and drowned near unto Kataskika by the betrayal of the tyrant fell. Between the isles of Cyprus and Malhira, Neptune never yet beheld so great in crime, neither of pirate that Argic people, that traitor who sees only with one eye, and hold the land which soon one here with me would fain be fasting from the vision of. We'll make them come unto a parley with him, then we'll do so that the Aphocosas wind, they will not stand in need of vow or prayer. And I to him, show to me and declare, if thou wouldest have me bear up news of thee, who is this person of the bitter vision? Then did he lay his hand upon the jaw of one of his companions, and his mouth open, crying, This is he, and he speaks not. This one, being banished, every doubt submerged, in Caesar by affirming the forearmed, always with determined, allowed delay. Oh, how bewildered unto me appeared, with tongue asunder in the windpipe slit, Curio, who is speaking was so bold, and one who both his hands dissevered had, the stumps uplifting through the murky air, so that the blood made horrible his face, cried out, Thou shalt remember Moscow, also who said, Alas, a thing done as an end, which was an ill seed for the Tuscan people, and death unto thy race. Thereto I added, and death unto thy race, thereto I added, whence he accumulating woe on woe, departed like a person sad and crazed. But I remained to look upon the crowd, and saw a thing which I should be afraid, without some further proof, even to recount. If I were not that conscience reassures me, that good companion which emboldens man, beneath the hauberk of its feeling pure, I truly saw, and still I seem to see it, a trunk without a head walk in like a manner as walked the others of the mournful herd, and by the hair it held the head dissevered, hung from the hand in fashion of a lantern, and by upon it gazed and said, Oh me! It of itself made itself a lamp, and they were two in one, and one in two. How that can be, he knows how to ordain it. When it was come close to the bridge's foot, it lifted high its arm with all the head, it bring more closely unto us its words, which were, Behold, now I, the core personality thou, who dost breathe go the dead beholding. Behold, if any be as great as this, and so thou may carry news of me. Know that Bertram, thee born am I, the same who gave to the young king the evil comfort. I made the father and the son rebellious, Archipole not more with abysmum, and David did not him accuse. And David did with his accursed goadings, because I parted persons so upunited, parted do I know bear my head, alas from his beginning which is in the trunk. Thus is observed in me the counterpoise. Alright, now that we've read this chapter, let's talk about it, shall we? In this one, Dante and Virgil are still in the last Bogia in this area. So they are meeting people who are disfigured, losing limbs, or horribly mutilated beyond recognition, some of them. And Dante wants to ask them, why are they this way? And they respond with, they themselves are fraudsters too. They have lied and tricked and all in different ways. Only in this one, they do not feel regret for it. They did what they did and they don't exactly feel bad about it. That's what Virgil says. That they have been kept to their conscience this whole time, so that maybe someday they are able to reconcile with it, achieve some sort of clarity about the situation they did, and none of them have. All of them still feel a great amount of pride in what they do, If not, they just see this as just a cruel and unusual torture for them. So, then we meet a headless kind of guard there, who has a lantern, and whose lantern turns out to be his head. And that's pretty much where we left it off. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one was an interesting one, to say the least. Thanks again for listening. I hope you appreciated it. And please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you would. It would really help me out. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have some pointers or something, or if you have a story that you would like me to look at, because we are coming to the end of Dante very soon, hopefully in the next coming months. And I'll be open for more suggestions. Thanks again for listening, and I hope to see you guys sometime soon. See ya.